So, morning, Dean. Here we are. We're going to be discussing our podcast with the Club Championship coming up this weekend. We've all been watching the Open Championship and Scotty Scheffler. But the important thing is we was out there last week, course walking, getting ready. So do you want to explain to the West Hove members where we're at the moment?
Yes. So myself, Ryan and Darcy, our junior captain, went out last week. And I wanted to get their perspective on the course and how the course should be set up. To get that scratch golfer sort of knowledge is invaluable. And yeah, it was a good insight. So, I mean, from your perspective, Ryan, what do you think? What do you look out for, and what do you think are the real pros, and what should we be looking for with the club champs?
Yeah, so I think the first thing you've got to look at is speed of play with club champs. So when you're setting a course up, you're looking for at least first 2-3 holes around West Hove. They're tricky. So the teeing positions where you place the tees that will make people aim in a certain direction. So if you were to put the tees on the right-hand side of the first tee box, people might not notice, but the hedge actually points you right down the left-hand side. So it's quite interesting where you put the tee positions and then obviously pin positions as well. Mm-hmm. The second hole can be a tough hole, bit of a bottleneck. So we want to choose some pin positions which get people off and playing. And the general rule of thumb is 6, 6 and 6. So you've got 18 holes of golf and you want 6 fairly easy pin positions, 6 medium, and then 6 tricky or harder pin positions. And that's what we've tried to do.
Yeah, and I think that was really good insight. I think looking at it in a different way, clubs have been at it before. We just try to trip it up as hard as you can, try and make it as impossible almost as you can. Whereas I think we've looked at strategy. I think golfers are going to have to think about their shots and their club selection a lot more. Like I say, the course is getting into pretty good shape, I feel, to help that along. There will be the odd tricky one. We have got a few out there, haven't we? Which I'm sure our members will be familiar with years gone by. But how do you feel doing the course walk last week? What do you feel about the course in terms of their presentation and stuff?
Yeah, we've obviously been in quite a dry spell. Luckily, the last couple of days we've had a little bit of rain, so the fairways are becoming a bit greener, a bit softer, which is great. But let's talk about the greens. And, I've been here just over 10 years now, and I've never seen the greens and the surfaces so true and so smooth. So I think the guys and girls are going to be in for a treat who are playing this weekend, and they should enjoy it. They're certainly the best I've ever seen them.
Brilliant. I think this week's been really good for us as a team. So we've got a new guy that started a couple of weeks ago, a guy called Jason Horwood, worked at Watford Football Club and various other golf clubs, worked at Brighton College as the deputy there. Really good guy and has hit the ground running really well. And we've just had a seasonal start. So a guy called Harley Tapspot, so youngster, 18 years old, and he started this week. We definitely feel like we're going in a really good direction, I think. And it's really helped us this week. The guys have worked phenomenally hard preparing for this competition on the weekend and the program today as we're recording. So, we're really happy with how the course is doing. We've got a lot of plans for later on in the season, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But I just wanted to give, I think it's good to give Darcy a bit of a shout out with her golf. And yeah.
It was great to have Darcy walking the course with us last week. She was on work experience, and Darcy is 15 years old and playing off scratch +1, and she's just become the youngest ever Sussex ladies champion. So to have Darcy's input out on the course, she's playing a lot of tournaments around England tournaments. And there are certain protocols that the tournament directors will use to set up golf courses. And it was good to get Darcy's point of view. And I know for the Club Championship, we're going to be doing pin positions for everybody. And I have created a document which I've given to Rebecca to send out to the members around course management and some certain things that a tour caddy would get you as players thinking about when you're playing the game of golf, because arguably the thing you're trying to achieve is to play stress-free golf.
No, I totally get that, mate. I think you're all in for hopefully a real good treat this weekend. I hope you enjoy it. That's all from me. So Thank you, Ryan.
Good luck, guys. Enjoy the Club Championship. And I just want to say a big thanks to Dean and his team for presenting the course in a fantastic manner.
Thank you.
Smash.